Most of us don't worry about getting hit by a car when we're at work. That's a reality for highway workers all across the country. Last year here in Wisconsin, there were more than 2,500 crashes in work zones and 6 people were killed in those crashes. Those numbers are down slightly from 2016, but that doesn't mean the push to raise awareness on work zone safety is stopping. Newswatch 12's Ali Herrera joins us live from the Marathon County Highway Department with more on those efforts. Ali, good evening.
Lane, good evening. This week is National Work Zone Awareness Week. One of the biggest issues that was talked about was distracted driving while in a work zone, especially when drivers are using one of these. Now, the big push for this year's campaign is work zone safety is everybody's responsibility. When Heather Stempa drives through a work zone like this, she knows she's looking at more than just workers.
Those people are all very important to somebody.
Stempa would know.
Very much life of the party.
Her husband, Derek, used to be one of those workers. On May 26, 2015, he was flagging traffic in a Shawano County work zone.
He woke up that morning and I saw him walk down the stairs, briefly, and that was the last I saw him.
Derek was hit and killed by a distracted driver at 30 years old.
You hate to say you're always looking over your shoulder, but you are.
Richard Birch has worked with the Marathon County Highway Department for 12 years and says drivers often don't realize what's at stake.
People that are working there are doing their job just like you want to do your job.
During this year's National Work Zone Awareness Week, workers like these want people who are driving by to know they need to be careful near a work zone. Today, the Wisconsin Department of Transportation teamed up with the Marathon County Highway Department to push for work zone safety.
Whether you're pouring concrete or doing some blacktop work or working on a bridge, they really don't know how dangerous it is.
That danger is what took Stempa's husband from her and her children.
He looks a lot like my son in that one. And in that one.
Now she wants to make sure no other workers get hurt on the job.
There's somebody's family, there's somebody's, dad or husband or son, anything.
Stempa told us that the person who hit her husband was actually distracted because they had dogs in the car. Lane, that's something we typically don't think about when we think of distracted driving. Well, regardless of what that distracting driving is, these leaders are telling us people need to slow down. They need to be careful, especially when they're going through the work zone in order to get these workers home after work. We're covering the news live in Marathon County. Ali Herrera, Newswatch 12.